Ready? Open fire.
On the hornet's nest.
This is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, a game that I enjoy. This is a tactical, open-world shooter. There's just tons of stuff to do, vehicles to drive,
Let's go.
millions, hundreds of enemies to slaughter since it's on an open-world map. There's hours of fun to be had in this game. You can literally drive anywhere across the map you want to go. It's another one of those huge games. I'm a bit OCD in these games. I like to stick to one portion of the map, complete that first before moving on. Now, my favorite thing about this game, and my favorite thing about most open world games, is that it gives you choices in how you approach a mission or an objective. Since this is a tactical-based game, you have so many things at your disposal. You have a drone that you can throw up in the air, and you can take a look at places before you kind of assault it, or you can use what I'm using here, the binoculars, to kind of check out the area, able to pinpoint out the enemies and certain things that if you want to, for instance, if I were to shoot the car with the car alarm, that would distract enemies there's so many options in trying to approach a place. Well, really only two. Guns blazing and open fire, assault the place like I normally do sometimes. Or you can be more surgical. You can assign a sink shot, and your men will be able to take out 1 to 2 guards. You can sink mark them, pressing the X button there. This is the PlayStation 4 version. This is also available on PC and Xbox One. And so your men can sink shot them, and you can also put suppressors on your weapons as well so that you can stealthily infiltrate the area. I've always enjoyed games that allow you to do this, to kind of canvass the area, surveil the area before you go in. But it also leads me to a negative point in this game, and that's regarding the game's repetition. This game can sometimes feel repetitive because you are essentially doing the same thing over and over again. You're approaching objectives such as the casino here, surveilling it, pointing out the bad guys before going in, or you can just raid the whole place and hope you don't die. But it leads to the question of whether or not this game is too big. Because Ubisoft, I think, did all that they could to really freshen up each and every encounter. But after 40 hours, I mean, I played this game for about 15 to 20, and that's what this review material is based off of. I haven't even really beaten the game because there's just so much to do. I'll show you the map later in the review. But this game is huge. There's a lot of stuff to do. And it can just sometimes feel repetitive. They do a great job on the environments. There's just all different kinds of places you can explore and drive to. The audio is really well done. I enjoy the radio music as well as the music that you heard during the opening montage. That's actually from the game. It's actually a collectible you can pick up. Probably my favorite song in the entire game, which is why I used it. It's pretty catchy. And in every area, there are just multiple side missions, side objectives, things to collect. You have to, in order to upgrade your skills, you have to collect certain kinds of materials like communication or medicine or gasoline and things like that. And there are also weapons as well as weapon cases spread up throughout the map. This is the Santa Blanca cartel map, as you can tell. You have to take out all these guys. You don't have to take out all of them to complete the main story, but if you want to get 100% in the game, you'll have to take out every single one of them. And each guy pretty much controls a portion of the map, which there are 6 missions in each map, and each area of the map has numerous weapons you can collect as well as skill points. This is the loadout screen here. Dozens of weapons. Some of them are locked, and they will unlock as you play through the game. Submachine guns, assault rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles. They're all here, along with numerous other accessories as well. You can upgrade your drone as well, and then we're looking at the handgun stuff here as well. So this gets to the gunsmith part, where you can essentially, as you collect all these different weapon accessories, you can just add them on, and you can mix and match, and you can do paint jobs, and it's just so much customization to be had in this game. You can really customize your character, and the customization's pretty well done as well. I really like that. And you can even save different costumes and whatnot, and you can switch them on the fly. My guy is dressed as if I would think a Spec Ops guy would be dressed as, but you could pretty much customize your guy in whatever you want to, which is pretty cool. A cool thing that Ubisoft added in this game is the Ghost Recon Network, which is a online site where you can look at your ghost profile as well as your friends online, and it records some statistics. I'm a statistics kind of guy. I love looking at statistics of how I play and how other people play, and it's just really cool feature to add in the game. This is when you can see it from in-game as well as going on the PC and typing in the link there. I guess you earn XP as you kind of play through the game, and you gain levels and stuff like that, and it shows you your completion if you played it. This footage is actually taken from like the first time I actually booted up the game. But you can edit up your profile. You can choose a motivation of how you want to play. There's like half a dozen. If you're in a role-playing, achievement, exploration, social, so on, stuff like that. And there are even task forces as well, which are, I guess, are the equivalent of clans in the Call of Duty series. I guess I'm not a part of one. I don't really know much about that. But you can become part of a group of people and enjoy the story together.
Oh yeah? How small? Huh?
I stole a cat's leg.
Now, it wouldn't be complete without a store, and Ubisoft has put one in here so that we can throw our money at overly expensive items. They've pretty much sold everything you could possibly sell except for game-winning items. All of this stuff is cosmetic. That's the good thing. And all of this stuff is stuff that you can earn in-game, excluding a few guns and accessories. Some of that stuff you can only get in the store. They've got face paints, flag patches, weapon packs. They've got clothing packs, which is the most annoying thing. They put it under ghost packs, which you can't buy individual weapons or pieces of clothing individually in this game. So I want to buy the sneakers, right? And maybe the Doom mask, but I can't buy that stuff separately. I have to spend, I don't know, $20 in getting ghost credits and buy these packs and get all this other stuff if I just want the sneakers. That's the thing I don't like about this game, and I really hope that they change that in the future, because I don't think that's fair. I think this stuff is way overpriced. I know somebody out there is going to buy it. I'm not going to be one of them. But if I could just get a few things, preferably the weapons, and a couple clothing items, I'd be very happy with that. But no, you can't. Eventually, I got into a routine. Normally, when I enter a new region, I look out for these locations with the exclamation point, and I am able to identify skill points, rebel ops, and other interesting places on the map. And then I normally go through and complete the missions after that. You can change difficulties on the fly. If you want to breeze through enemy encounters, you can just set the difficulty to arcade. If you want more of a challenge, you can set it to extreme or another harder difficulty setting. It's great because you can fine-tune it to your specific playstyle, which is great because sometimes I'm not in the mood to want to slowly take my way through a enemy encounter. Sometimes I just want to breeze through it and just get to the next place. So I set it to arcade so I can just mow down all the enemies. And that's me. That's how I want to play the game. I'm not exactly looking for a huge challenge in this game. Sometimes I want more of a challenge where I want to, you know what, I want to play this, real lifestyle. So I'll set the difficulty all the way up and, enjoy that challenge for that 1 or 2 times. Because like I said, this game is huge. And another con about this game is also the driving mechanics. There's this terrible glitch going on right now where some vehicles drive incredibly slow. And right now, I'm holding down the R2 button. I'm holding down the acceleration button on my PS4 controller. According to the internet, this is because of some kind of glitch on Ubisoft's end where they didn't quite program the feedback correctly. And this might not happen to everyone, but it is happening in quite a few people's games, at least from what I've read on the forums online. In mine, the bikes and some trucks drive incredibly slow, such as the pickup truck here and some bikes. They drive really slow as well. Speaking of vehicles in the game, it took me a while to get used to the airplane as well as the helicopter controls in this game. I came in, at first, I was trying to drive this thing like I was playing GTA, and that didn't quite work. I actually failed these food transport missions a couple times because it was so difficult trying to handle the planes, but after a while I did get the hang of it. You use the left thumbstick to control the plane instead of being able to use like L1 or R1 in terms of trying to tilt the plane wings like you could in GTA. So the controls are a little bit different here. They take a while to get used to, Besides that, I enjoy the game. I like Ghost Recon Wildlands. I think it's a huge game. There's tons of stuff to do. The game is much better played in co-op. I was only able to try that out only a few times before the recording of this review, but I enjoy the game a lot. I feel sometimes like Jack Bauer or, you know, in some kind of action movie, and I've recorded a lot of clips. I think I'm probably going to share them with you online, so stay tuned to the channel for more of that stuff. But I really enjoy my time in the game, besides those few cons. The store with the overpriced items, the driving, which I hope that they release a patch for, so that you can drive all the vehicles in the game no problem. But definitely get a friend or two, maybe 3, to play this game with, and I think you'll have the most fun in this game. You'll be able to survive all 40 hours and be able to complete everything 100%. But even if not, you can have some fun solo, but be prepared for a repetitious ride in this game. It's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Understood. We're on it.
But we want the harmony of a free society, not your rusting. I am